Over 700 million people visit zoos and aquariums every year, but during the lockdown closure, the animals had to adjust to the dramatic change in not seeing as many people they're normally used to. But how has the lack of visitors over the past year affected the behaviour of the animals in zoos?
Changes to routine, certainly. That's what animals really like, a constant routine. So if you've got different keepers around, that's likely to have an impact on what the animal's doing and why they're doing it.
Is there anything you can tell me about these tigers here and the way they're behaving, and whether being in lockdown with no visitors has had an impact on that?
Well, tigers spend most of their time fast asleep. They're a predatory animal, so they only need short bursts of energy. So again, you're looking for the types of activity pattern that the animal is doing. If you see lots of kind of pacing around the enclosure, that might suggest that the animal is uncomfortable.
But it's not just exotic animals that have had their mental welfare impacted by the changes the pandemic has caused. During lockdown, Google searches for "buy a puppy" increased by 166%, and searches for "kittens near me" increased by 607%.
Good dog. Good dog. All gone.
But has this surge in pet buying caused problems? Since lockdown ended, people are returning back to work and adjusting back to normal life again, which means a rise in pets needing to be rehomed and being handed to shelters. Rescue centres such as the RSPCA reported they've been taking in up to 40 lockdown pets a day. So what causes people to make the difficult decision to rehome their pets?
We found this dog called Jack. He was a Jack Russell cross. All was really good at first, and then he just started to become quite aggressive. It was one of the hardest things I ever did, was to take him back and give him back. I really struggled with it. We all did.
So what kind of problems can this process cause?
There is a lot of people taking dogs. They're not socialising on where other dogs are concerned, so therefore we're having a huge impact on dogs that are highly aggressive towards other dogs. A lot of the dogs we're getting in have been very poorly socialised. He's basically had very little or no training. He does jump up, he does mouth. A lot of people are getting dogs and not giving the correct mental stimulation.
And it's not just dogs that have suffered through the process.
He came into us because he was an unneutered boy living with an unneutered other cat, and they had a fight and he put the lady in hospital.
So what action could owners take to avoid more pets ending up in the same situation?
The best way to kind of go about getting them used to normal life is to reintroduce them to it slowly. So slowly start to expose them to new things. So I would be doing lots of socialisation walks where they're kind of looking at things from afar. If you do it wrong or you rush into it too quickly, you can end up making it worse.